In case you think I've forgotten that there's a wolf literally right outside and that I don't have anything but an axe to fight said wolf with, I haven't. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series. Challenges, where we are taking on the NOMAD challenge, first and foremost, and doing pretty well. We have just finished up our visit to Pleasant Valley. Thank God. And we are now going to be moving on. I would say the best decision we could make would be to go back where it all began. For us and for the Long Dark, and to head straight to Mystery Lake from here. We will be able to head to the Upper Dam, Lower Dam region first, and then visit these other locations. And then what we'll do is we'll double back to the dam, and we will go to Coastal Highway, which is where we will get the next series of objectives completed. And then finally, the remaining locations are all in Desolation Point. Spoilers, but that's where they are. So that's what we're going to do. I mentioned that we were going to kind of work that out at the beginning of this episode, and so we have. It's fairly straightforward, actually. No, I didn't think about it while I wasn't recording. Shut up. I couldn't help it, okay? I thought about it, and I was like, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. And I'm not quite encumbered with what I'm carrying right now, which is good. I do think I can solve that problem quite nicely, actually. Let's go ahead and... I forgot that I picked up that herbal tea. I'm not going to cook that just yet. I don't need to, but I can cook that at some point and have the tea to drink, which is quite nice. Looks like there might be... Oh, no, just kidding. We still have more dog food. I was about to say that might be our last dog food for a while, but no, it's not. We definitely have 2 more cans of dog food. Yay, joy. Isn't that great? Everyone needs more dog food in their lives. I'm kidding, they don't. Unless they have dogs, in which case, yes, you need more dog food in your life. That's fair. So, with that being done, let's go ahead... and crouch, first and foremost, as we step outside to see said wolf. It does sound like there's a bit of a blizzard, which, for my purposes, I'm actually quite happy about, if I'm being completely honest. I'm also going to drink one of these coffees as a way to top off my thirst. I might drink a couple of them, to be honest, because it'll free up some weight and give me some energy. It is midday. Could actually be quite good that we have a storm at the moment. So I'm going to be crouched, just in case it's not a fully fledged storm and the wolf is still around. Yeah, the wolf is still going to be here. So I need to be careful. I'm going to move back towards that corpse as fast as I can, because I know I was able to walk up to that corpse last episode without any problem. All right, the wolf may have wandered off, but he's not going to be far. Not going to be far. So we're going to step back towards this edge. And I do, while I'm this close, I want to stick to my guns. We are going to go to Pleasant Valley, but while we're this close to the plane crash, we're going to go to the plane crash. And as a matter of fact, just to be completely safe, since I know where the wolf roughly is, well, actually, I don't know where the wolf is at all, but where I know where the plane crash is, and I know a way that I can get there that involves moving away from the wolf in a direction that we've already kind of moved safely. I'm moving a little faster right now, but we're going to go this way. I want to visit the plane crash just to make sure that I have the best possible gear that Pleasant Valley has to offer. It's very likely that I'll be able to find an improved item in there. I'm wearing some of the best undershirts that you can get, but there are better ones, and We're not going to Timberwolf Mountain, which would be an almost surefire way to get some of the best clothing items in the game. There's no reason to go to Timberwolf Mountain in this challenge, so we're not doing that. So we're just going to go to the plane crash, see what clothes we can dig up. And then we will head to Mystery Lake. Again, where it all began. I'm excited. It's a little bit windy right now. Surely you can hear me just fine. Might be a little bit noisy, but that's the point. Oh, we're actually walking up to the top of the plane crash. That wasn't intentional, but I'll take it. That's actually kind of nice, because we can just go from the top down. It's just by virtue of the way that I walked there that we came this way. So, there we go. Let's start going through suitcases.
I think I can use
See?
this.
There's some cargo pants and a book, which I don't need the book. I'm going to do my normal thing where I pick up just about everything. And we'll drop stuff. There's some combat pants. Yeah, see, we're gonna get a lot of good stuff here. Worn dress shirt. Dead person. So sorry. Oh, I didn't need that spray paint. I'll drop that in just a moment. New hoodie. Okay. Sports socks. You do have to kind of zigzag down through all of this to make sure that you don't overlook any bodies. And you have to note that there are bodies like this one that are slightly over hills that you can miss if you're not careful. Very macabre, yes, I know. It's gruesome. This is a plane crash. There are frozen dead people. It's never particularly pleasant. We just try to bear it because we're trying to survive it. There's a wool shirt. Okay, that has potential, but I'm not optimistic. The sweaters that we're wearing are still, I think, at full condition, slightly better than that wool shirt. Or at least they're comparable. What I'm hoping for is a fisherman's sweater. Or is it Cowichan sweater? Is that what it's called? Can't remember if the Cowichan is a...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I think those are both items that are particularly good. It's been a while since I've compared them side by side. Okay, I will... Yeah, I don't need the simple parka. The outer clothes that I'm already wearing... See, I've reached the point on this difficulty setting where I'm leaving stuff. I left those running shoes there, and I left the simple parka. That's just where we are. On these loot settings, you just reach a point where even just the practice of slowly picking everything up. See, here's some airplane food. I will grab these, but again, we're going to do a bit of inventory management before we leave here. Sewing kit, nice. Overhead locker. Another overhead locker. Nothing. Anything in here? No. Anything on the dead guy? Summit soda. All right. Frozen Summit soda, which we will somehow still immediately drink. Don't ask questions. All right, so there's that. Did I check those? I think I checked those. I did check those. Perfect. All right, so I have looked at those two. Let me verify that I indeed looked at this one. Yes, I did. Okay, got another thin wool sweater there, which is one of the things that I'm wearing. But I still don't think we've actually gotten anything that's an improvement. All right, I'll pick up that flare. This is by far the most loot-rich location in Pleasant Valley, as far as clothing, anyway. It's a good place, especially if you're not planning on going to Timberwolf Mountain, if you're newer to the Long Dark, and you're nervous about entering zones that are more desolate, that have less of a human, man-made component to them, which, of course, Timberwolf Mountain was one of the first zones to really be that way. Pleasant Valley doesn't have a lot, but Timberwolf Mountain was the first of its kind, where it's like, here's a zone that's got next to nothing man-made. Have fun. Good luck with that. But we loved it. Timberwolf Mountain is... that zone, for me personally, is... like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Because it is one of the most maze-like zones in the Long Dark. I mean, once you know your way around, you know your way around. Same as any other zone. But it's very easy to get turned around, which totally has never happened ever in an Against All Odds series on this channel. I know how to play this game, and I know where to go, and I never make mistakes that are entertaining for people to watch. Why would you suggest that? That's insulting. It's very easy to get turned around, and it's totally happened to me in Against All Odds series. And it's obnoxious. It's just obnoxious. Okay, there's not a body here this time. So that's actually interesting. That confirms for me, it's quite interesting, that sometimes the bodies spawn in different locations during each playthrough. I didn't actually know that until just now, because sometimes there's a body right there amongst that wreckage, and this time there is not. That is very cool. Okay, so nothing going on down there, I don't think. Stuff up here. Yeah, I don't remember this body being here in my previous visit to the plane. Not on YouTube. All right, got a rifle cartridge. Why did you have... oh, was that the air marshal? Did I just find the air marshal's body? Hopefully.
This will come in handy.
All right. Yeah, I'm picking up at this point a lot of things that are redundant to items I've already found or I'm already wearing. So we're probably just going to be harvesting some things. I'm already like really full of materials in most cases. I know I have plenty of cloth. I think I also have plenty of leather. So I'm in good shape. And I'm almost done checking the plane here. And unfortunately, we haven't found any... I don't think we found any better clothing. But, you know, okay, there's another wool shirt. That's potentially good. We'll have to repair it up and see. And we're in an enclosed environment for the moment, so we've got that protection from the wind that you can see popping up on the screen there. And there's our first... is that our first training manual? I think it is. And there's a wool ear wrap. Nice. Okay, so there we go. That is our first real find here. We've got a wool ear wrap, and there's another training manual. Wilderness Kitchen. All right, so it feels like 61 degrees in this handy little spot, and can we put a fire here by chance? That would be cool if we could put a fire here. We can't. It's too much of a slope, which, you know what, that's fair. Can't fault the game for making it too much of a slope there. But, all right, let's check this suitcase, and this will be our last looting, I believe.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Feels like 61 degrees here, too. Good. All right, let's stay here for just a moment and do a little bit of inventory management, because I have 121 pounds of stuff on me. Holy crap. Not necessary whatsoever. I'll go ahead and drink the lowest condition sodas. Now, low condition soda, you don't have to worry about too much. You just don't. You can drink low condition soda and get away with it. You don't get food poisoning from that. I mean, we can talk about it in the comments if you want, because I genuinely don't remember as I'm sitting here, getting back into the Long Dark and getting back into doing YouTube videos. But as I recall, you do not get food poisoning from those things. Let's harvest that. Yeah, you don't get food poisoning from harvesting the... sorry, mixing activities. You don't get food poisoning from drinking those sodas, even at low condition. I don't recall when it was ever possible. Got lost in thought for a moment there because I was thinking about the exact route back to Mystery Lake, but I know how to get there, so we're good. All right, I want to repair one of these wool shirts all the way up just to do a comparison. And I'm definitely going to get some repair stats from this. That'll be quite nice. Okay, yeah, the wool shirt, even at a very high percentage, is not as good. It has better protection against, you know, moisture, but it's not going to be worth holding on to. So you know what? Rather than doing a lot of harvesting, which is not at this point going to do me any good, I'm going to go ahead and drop these things. I do have these combat pants, and I think those will be an improvement over the jeans. And the combat pants are an improvement over the cargo pants. So we'll repair those. While we still have some daylight. Okay, there's that. Yeah, big improvement there. And definitely better than the cargo pants. So we'll go ahead and wear those instead of the jeans. The snow pants are definitely the ones you want on the outside because of the protection from the elements. And then I believe that was it. I don't think there's anything else worth having, unless it's possible that there's an item that I have in my current stack that might have better wind protection. Next time I get a fleece cowl, I might take a look at what it's like to have a fleece cowl on the outside here over the balaclava rather than having the toque. I'll have to check that because part of me thinks that might be better, but that's another thing I just don't quite remember for sure. And don't tell me in the comments, I'll figure it out. That's one thing that I'm very confident I'll figure that out quickly. But, all right, let's go ahead and drop the decent simple parka. Don't need that. Don't need the cargo pants anymore. I feel like this soundtrack that's playing right now is one that I haven't heard, but there's so much noise. Oh no, I know what it is. I can hear it. Just kidding. I've heard this before. Okay, and now we've got a bunch of food that I don't need. Honestly, like, as nice as the airline food is, I've already got so much stuff, it's just not worth it to hold on to. It's just not. And we're still encumbered because of all the stuff we picked up. So let's drop a couple of these books. We'll keep the birch bark. Drop the matches, because I don't need them. And I am going to travel in this storm. Because I can, and because I'm awake enough. It makes sense to do it. We're going to go ahead and move towards Mystery Lake. Oh, I'm not thirsty. Okay. I would like to lose my encumbrance, though. That's the thing. Okay, let's drop the spray paint. I acknowledge that I don't need that. Let's drop 10 cloth. I'll keep the jerry can on me. I'm a little bit reluctant to do that, but I'll keep the jerry can on me. It's tough. At this point, you know, I'm carrying about as much as I can. If I were to get a moose hide satchel, if I had a gun, I would totally kill that moose that we walked by. That would be fantastic, but unfortunately, I don't have a gun. So... let's go. Let's do this. Blizzard walking. It's going to be a little dark. But I know where I'm going. And I know how to make my way back down to Thompson's Crossing, which is our main location at the moment. We're actually approaching Skeeter's Ridge right now, so there's a part of me that's like, well, why don't you just stay the night in Skeeter's Ridge? But that's not as fun. That's not as entertaining. That's not as daring and death-defying. And we're going to defy death. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to take out a lantern so we can see stuff. How about that? What I'm really trying to do right now is overcome my PTSD from the end of Season 6 of Against All Odds. That's what I'm really trying to do here. Hang on. I don't actually think... Yeah, see, this is the climbable route, as I recall. Yeah, this is the climbable route. So if we want to take the walking route, we have to go the other way. I do know where I'm going, but I was on autopilot for the way we came up from Skeeter's Ridge, and that's not the way to get back down. With the blizzard being like this, the wolf is nowhere to be found, which is what we want. Obviously, we don't want wolves. We don't want to deal with that. Let me go ahead and drink a coffee to get some additional energy. I'm wearing such good clothing. I mean, it's going to get wet and frozen, and I am going to start getting colder probably. I don't know if I'll actually get all the way down to the red, but I have an absolutely full life bar, so it's not something I'm hugely concerned about. All right, we're going to go down to the bottom here, and then when we reach the river, we're going to follow it a certain direction, because rivers only lead one way. Let's just walk casually across this log in a blizzard. What could possibly go wrong? There we go. And now we move. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hell yes. You know what we can do now? Our plans just changed, Legion. Our plans just changed. We're going to kill that moose. Assuming it's still there when things settle down, we'll have to find a spot to stay. But now we're going to get that moose hide. We'll have to carry it with us, which means attracting attention from certain undesirable elements, but we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. All right, we're going to make our way down this direction. A little bit farther. Thankfully, I can see the silhouettes of the trees, which is quite nice. So one thing that's happening right now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Long Dark, is my clothes are getting wetter and wetter. Just the outer layers, obviously. The outermost layers are getting wet right now. And once they're fully wet, my other clothes will start to get wet. And as I get wetter and wetter, and as things get colder and colder, they will start to freeze, and I will get colder and colder as a result. Not a really happy set of circumstances, to be sure. That rifle find was incredibly lucky. All right, here's some birch bark. Let's grab that. Let's grab some sticks. All right. So now I actually am kind of going in a different... I have a different plan now. I mean, I suppose what I can do is I can make my way towards Thompson's Crossing, that's been the plan, and we're going to do that. But then, once this storm has passed, I will double back, we'll kill the moose, take its hide, and then head for Mystery Lake. That's the plan. Because we can have it curing while we're doing things. While we're accomplishing our objectives. We can set it down in the various locations, and it'll cure bit by bit as we go through the challenge. And then we'll have a moose hide satchel. And be able to carry even more. Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Also, I just realized we're almost at the 25-minute mark, so I think what I'll do is I'll keep walking here until we at least reach Thompson's Crossing. which will take just a moment, but that's okay. Spend 3 days at each location listed in your journal. Yeah, this is total deja vu from the end of Season 6. Referring to Season 6 of Against All Odds, for those of you who haven't seen it. It is a series that I have done in the Long Dark since I started, almost since I started my YouTube channel. Not from the very beginning, but Long Dark was one of the first games that I played. I played it kind of as an experiment. Funny enough, the story of the Long Dark on my channel is not unlike the story of survival mode for Hinterland Games, because they made survival mode not expecting it to be as big of a hit as it was. And I played the Long Dark on my channel when I was mostly playing strategy games and sci-fi stuff. And I still play those games, and I enjoy them. But this game ended up being a huge draw, in the same way that survival mode ended up being a huge draw, which, you know, I love that. It's cool that that parallel exists. All right, so we're going to veer right here to the best of our ability. The storm is still going pretty strong, and probably will be. I'm in a much better place than I was at the end of Against All Odds Season 6. I'm playing on a completely different difficulty. I have really good clothing items that aren't even possible to obtain on the difficulty I was playing on then, and I know where I'm going. That's the key thing. Even if I get turned around a little bit here, I have my bearings in a general sense. So I can deduce things based on getting turned around where I am right now in this location. I can deduce how I got turned around and find my way back to safety. Might involve a little bit of trial and error, but it's fine. We're fine. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, why are you worried? We're fine. We're just walking around in a blizzard like nothing is wrong. Isn't this what everyone does? What I do. That's totally not a tree falling over. All right, so fairly certain I know roughly where we are right now in relation to what I would like to see ahead of me. What we're looking for, in case you don't know... Oh, there's a bridge. Perfect. See? That actually was not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. What I was going to say we were looking for... Oh, actually, you know what? Hang on. It might be what we were looking for. Let me step up here. I might have just walked by the outbuildings. There's a little hut down on the side of the river near Thompson's Crossing, and that's either the Thompson's Crossing Bridge, or it's the one leading towards Thompson's Crossing, which, like, I'll take it. Either way, it's fine. So let's get up here and find out which one it is. We're fine. It's fine. This is normal. This is how we play the Long Dark. What do we say to the God of Death? Okay, you know what? Here's a car. Well, no. I said we're going to go to Thompson's Crossing. We're going to do Thompson's Crossing. Let's do it. So this is Heartbreak Bridge. It's a little bit farther away than I thought. We're going to wander down this direction. And the reason I want to get to Thompson's Crossing is that that's a little bit closer to where the moose is. Assuming the moose respawns after the blizzard, which the moose should. But now that I've got that rifle, I will absolutely be going for that moose. That's happening. A little bit of a detour, but it's worth it. Mainly because moose-hide satchels are fun. It's a good little diversion from just getting roped into the... How would you say? It would be just the rigmarole, just the monotony, really, of going just objective by objective with no kind of variation on what we're doing. So I like the fact that we're mixing it up just a little bit. I am staying on the road to maximize my walk speed. My health is still completely full because none of my survival meters are emptying out. It is definitely approaching the middle of the night, so I have been walking in this storm in the game equivalent, for the game equivalent of about 4 hours.
Sure getting cold.
And I do have more lantern fuel, by the way, so I'll be able to refill this momentarily once it's out. All right, so I think I can see the beginnings of the archway leading to the barn. It's quite a stroll, or we might have already passed them, to be honest. Oh, nope, there it is, right in front of us. Yeah, I was right, I could see it, and just barely saw the beginnings of it. If I were a sane player right now, I would just hunker down in a car and sleep, because I totally could. But I'm not a sane player. I said I would go to Thompson's Crossing, and that's where I'm going, dang it. Might lose a little bit of condition, but I would rather get this over with this episode, because we've got a moose to kill, and then I would like to get to Mystery Lake in the next one. Moosin! The moosin must die. And it shall. It shall indeed. Not too much longer now. I guess I do need a bit of a refresher course. All right, here's the second bridge. Do need a bit of a refresher course on the river routes of Pleasant Valley. Because I think what happened is I took a right at a fork where I could have gone, where it's basically an intersection, where I could have gone straight, so to speak. And then if I went right, I would have ended up where I wanted to be. But, I mean, in terms of how much distance I've traversed, I think it would have been roughly the same. I don't know. I might have gone a long way here, but we'll take it. I know where I am. That's what matters. So I am losing a little bit of health now because I'm cold. We have hypothermia risk, but we will be at Thompson's Crossing before it's too big of a threat. So we can see these power lines leading along the road. We still have a little ways to go. It's probably another couple of minutes here. I'm going a little bit long with this episode, but it's worth it because, you know, I'm sure this is what you all needed in your lives. It's just an entire 30 minutes of me walking through the freezing cold, yelling over the wind as best I can so that I can be intelligible as I commentate on my YouTube content. I'm sure this is what you were looking for today. And I just knew that that's what I wanted to give to you. And this is where we are. Let's go ahead and refuel the lantern. That's better. That also got rid of a little bit of weight, so that's nice. I'm going to stay on the road so that I move faster, which is a thing, by the way, in case you didn't know that. It's fine. It's fine. This is all completely normal and fine. Totally and completely fine. All right, so now we're approaching... You know what? Have I looted up this truck yet? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Let me at least poke my head in here and see if there's anything for me. Nope, I have not. Hunting knife, revolver cartridge. Nice. Nothing there, nothing there. All right, let's go. Yeah, so our clothes are completely soaked through and our inner layers are starting to get wet now. So we'll definitely have to light a fire and warm up at the beginning of the next episode and then go kill a moose. It's going to be fun. We will not kill the moose in the middle of a blizzard. I'm not that much of a mad lad, don't worry. We are just going to get rid of our need for a moose-hide satchel as early as possible. That'll make the latter part of the challenge a little bit easier as I'm lugging a bunch of different stuff around. So there's a stop sign. That's a good sign, which means we are at the crossing. I think I see the community hall. I believe, yep, community hall is right up here on the left. Thompson's Crossing. We have arrived. There we go. And there's the community hall. All right. Now that we've reached the 35-minute, 45-second mark, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day. And they're not going to all be filled with blizzard noises, I promise. I was joking. But new episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. The deer is cursed. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.